Welcome back. Now, in order to keep your business and home finances organized with Quicken, you'll need to note what Quicken does and how long it will do it for you. Now, one of the things that you'll note is that the Quicken Home and Business subscription actually does and is made for separating and categorizing your business expenses, tracking your profit and loss deductions, as well as running your tax statements for your tax professional. Now, what's important to note is Quicken's discontinuation policy in terms of how long they'll be supporting some previous versions of Quicken. And you'll want to make sure that you take a look at your version of Quicken and that you'll note when Quicken will discontinue support for that edition. Obviously, if you purchase their subscription product, it will always be enforced as long as your subscription is paid. So if you intend to download some of the information that you'll be getting from online billers into Quicken, this is an important feature of the subscription service that Quicken keeps updated. And as you go forward, you may want to consider the subscription service just for this feature alone. It is a more automated feature than if you're using one of the earlier versions. Of course, as is the case with everything, it is worth having a conversation with your tax professional if this will make things easier for you to deliver to them in order to complete your taxes. However, for keeping track of where your business is versus your personal finances every day, Quicken can be a good way of being able to see at a glance what you have available. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to talk briefly about navigating Quicken and some of the features that you're going to find as you use the software. Now, if you go to the File command, you're going to notice that you can actually open a new Quicken file or one that is existing. You can actually copy your Quicken file, and this is the file that you're creating as you enter data. You can set a password for your data file in case someone else is using your PC. You don't want to have anyone else who is altering your data. And then you can be a little more specific and you can set a password for those who would have access to the account, but you don't want them to be able to modify transactions. You can actually back up your Quicken file, and it's actually a good practice to do this every time that you use the software. Before you close, you should actually back up what you have done. And you can actually restore from a backup. So if you have a backup file that you have created, your software isn't working, you can go to your backup file and actually restore what you have done in your work. You can import a file into Quicken, and so there are several areas that you can import data. You can import data from TurboTax and Microsoft Money, as well as previous versions of Quicken. You can export your file. So for example, if you want to use QuickBooks or some other financial software, you can actually do that using the file export command. You have several options of file operations. You can actually put together a year-end copy or a copy of your file, and then all of the other features you'll note would be the same in any other program. Now, one thing that you do want to be aware of is where your file is located on your personal computer. Typically, it's going to be in your Documents folder, but you want to be able to find this folder at will. And if you want to actually back up that file to a cloud drive, you want to be able to find it so that you'll be able to do that. Now, in keeping your finances organized, one of the things that you'll want to do is you'll want to be able to create reports that will tell you certain things when you want to know them based on specific dates. And Quicken can actually do that for you in terms of your banking, in terms of doing comparison, what your balances are, comparing them to where they were some previous period, spending, your taxes, your business, and this will be of particular interest to you if you're trying to keep your personal and your business separate. You'll be able to look at your business at a glance using these reports, and we will actually be focused on these reports in this course. You can actually look at those reports in terms of graphs if you want to do something that's a little more visual. And then they actually have options for you to be able to work with your credit score. So Quicken is actually a way for you to be able to organize your financial activity so that you'll be able to keep your personal life separate from the business and then be able to make good decisions about your business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.